Hello and welcome. It's time to cruise away with Derek and Joe. We hope you're having a brilliant day and hopefully we can make it even brighter because it's that time of the year again when we talk about world cruises, and this time we're looking ahead into 2027.
That's right. Azamara's wonderful quest is off on an epic 188 night, a luxurious trip around the globe across 5 continents, 37 countries, and calling in over 100 dreamy ports along the way, spending longer on average at every single one of them as well.
Honestly, the Azamara experience could not be any greater with so many wonderful inclusions. For a start, you're sailing with less than 700 other passengers for your journey. 80% of your time you're going to be in port, and the way they bring those ports to you is exquisite in the form of both as amazing evening celebrations and destination immersion experiences.
Yeah, they are wonderful. Well, here at CruiseAway, we're taking our pick of the crop of the smaller sectors of the world cruise in this show and transforming them into exciting dream away adventures to look forward to, with many more inclusions for you on board.
That's right. Well, the full world cruise leaves San Francisco in the States on the 5th of January in 2027, sailing all the way through to the 12th of July, ending in Copenhagen in Denmark. Now, if you'd like more details of the whole cruise, talk to our team today and we'll make it happen for you. Our first smaller sector, though, of this cruise covers the Far East, with more time in iconic cities in Taiwan, Japan and China. And your 30 nights start on the 30th of March, flying from Sydney over to Hong Kong to enjoy a 2-night hotel stay there in the city. Wonderful, wonderful destination, of course, Hong Kong, and a really, really nice way to kind of gear yourself and prepare yourself for the luxury that you are about to dive into.
Yeah, it's a nice starting point to a cruise itinerary because you can be as hectic or as relaxed as you want in Hong Kong. There's fantastic shopping, but there's also a lot of relaxing parks and monuments for you to go and see. You've got the Wen Po Bird Garden, for example, lots of lovely nature. And then it's time for us to cruise on board the Azamara Quest. And we've got 14 nights on board where your drinks, beers, wines and spirits are included, your tips and gratuities, you have self-service laundry, amazing evenings, which are a special event when you head into certain ports of call that the cruise line will organise, which is kind of cultural immersion. We love that. And you have an extended opportunity a lot of the time in the ports of call, longer stays, more unusual ports too, which is wonderful. So this is the Azamara difference that you'll experience alongside what we touched on, which is smaller ships with much more intensive services. In the ratio of crew members to passengers is much higher, so you never have to wait at whether it's you're heading up to the buffet or you're enjoying a dinner in the restaurant. You're not going to be having to wait for long amounts of time at all, shall we say. I love this because it does feel much more like a large yacht than it does a cruise ship.
Yeah.
But without the, I don't want to say stuffiness, but it really doesn't feel like that. You're in luxury, but it still feels casual. It still feels relaxed. It still feels, you're in an approachable environment every step of the way. And the fellow passengers, super friendly, and also a lot of well-traveled people like you, I'm sure, that will be able to, share their experiences with you as well. This is part of travel, isn't it?
And you do kind of feel like everyone is on the same page. Everyone is on the same level. You've got that wonderful level of intimacy, not just with your fellow passengers, but with the crew on board as well, who have time to chat and talk to you and get to know you as well in a bit more of a meaningful way. So everyone's on very much the same page for a journey like this. Of course, it's a little bit fever pitch on board because we're talking about part of a world cruise itinerary here as well. So this will be absolutely buzzing for 2 weeks out of Hong Kong, heading to Taiwan first.
Yes, we're into Taipei first of all, where you can see some incredible monuments such as the Martyrs Shrine. There's a gorgeous waterfront park, the Fumin as well, to wander around and just take in the ambience of this port of call in a relaxed way. And then it's Ishigaki Island. Now this is a natural tropical paradise. It's full of nature reserves. You have the Kibera Bay, for example, the observation point as well, to take some lovely photos, no doubt, of that picture perfect beach. Naha's next, where you can go and visit the Shirijo Castle. And of course, these feudal castles are very impressive structures and so different to what we're probably used to seeing, even over in Europe, which is wonderful. This is why everyone's traveling to Asia at the moment. We've got a double overnight on board for you in Shanghai. Amazing. Now, famous for its vibrant mix of old and new. You've got a stunning skyline. I want to head straight up to the top of the highest tower there to enjoy the views. And then, of course, the cultural heritage that this offers, so much shopping as well. Then it's Dalian in China, a major port located in the north of China. You have a 10-mile Gold Coast to visit not too far away. You've got the Forest Zoo, the Qinghai Square as well. And of course, you know, incredible culture to enjoy. Then we have an overnight on board in fabulous Beijing, which of course many people will be wanting to visit the Great Wall of China, or a section of the Great Wall, which is going to be just iconic and, you know, once in a lifetime experience, I think. Then Forbidden City and the Temple of Heaven. You can of course book an excursion with the team, which will take in all of these hotspots for you. We're going to disembark and we'll have 2 nights in Seoul, the South Korea destination that everybody wants to visit, of course, at the moment. It's bustling, it's exciting, and you've got lots to see and do. Excellent shopping and dining opportunities, great well-preserved palaces and temples, and also the local villages. Now, do speak to the team on board about, you know, coming together to embrace and explore the culture when you disembark. They'll still have lots of suggestions for you for tours when you head off into port. And then we're going to fly you back to Australia after this culturally immersive experience full of history, culture, and some fantastic shopping.
And of course, ultimately part of that world cruise with Azamara, and so many inclusions for you to enjoy while you're on board. Remember, you are small ship sailing here as well, so you really are diving very, very deeply into the destinations, but you have got pretty much everything laid out there in front of you while you're on board, which is amazing. You've got lots of information on the ports of call that you're about to go into as well. There are port lectures on board. There's other information, as Joe mentioned before. There's a team on board to help you with destination excursions as well. And what they're doing is they're kind of bringing the ports onto the ship as well. They do wonderful destination celebrations. The chefs go out and shop locally in the ports as well, and then that's reflected on the menus on board. So there really is kind of like a cut above the rest. And again, being part of a world cruise, that has got to be a very, very special feeling as well, something you will take through you. You know, with the memories and the stories you have, and you can say you were there on that wonderful world cruise. The price tag is amazing as well, by the way. This is about really investing in quality holidays here. We are talking about a cruise which is of that certain kind of caliber that is more elevated than the average, let's say. Very few people get to travel on a full-on cruise, but with less than 700 passengers on board. And you can secure your place with a deposit today. Our CruiseAway package includes your flights first out to Hong Kong to enjoy your included 2-night hotel stay there. Then you've got 2 weeks of sheer bliss with Azamara. Go and read reviews anywhere about Azamara and their wonderful reputation as you take this adventure on the quest of more included luxury, with select drinks included right the way through your journey, gratuities, bespoke events, celebrations through the voyage, and more importantly, I think, having more time in these lovely ports in Taiwan and Japan and China. 3 days in Shanghai is brilliant, and you've got 2 in Beijing as well. Now the journey ends in Seoul in South Korea. We've included 2 nights in a hotel there, and of course the flight back from Seoul back to Oz. It really is one incredible, incredible offer. Here's everything that's included. And with Azamara, it really is at a very, very different pace as well. If you think about it, when you're traveling on a cruise ship and there are even 3,000 or 4,000 people on board, you'll wait sometimes to get into the right group to meet for your excursions can mean quite a lengthy wait before you've even got off the ship to go and start a tour. This, you are literally going straight into the heart of that port or of that city straight away. Listen, if you have any questions whatsoever, you can always talk to our team toll free. Now the number is 1300 411 954, and remember, we are here right the way through the week to answer those calls as well. Bear in mind as well, our CruiseAway team do just that. They specialise in cruise. That's what we've been doing for over 25 years. So literally any question, if they don't have the answer straight to hand, I'd be very surprised. And if they don't, they can get hold of it very quickly for you.
Yeah, exactly. We're like your own personal travel concierges.
Yeah.
So you don't even really have to lift a finger. Well, you do. Just have to make that phone call.
Yeah.
Or, you know, tap your fingers into your computer to get on the website, and then we'll do the rest for you. It's that easy.
Yeah, that's the biggest effort you need to make.
Exactly.
Pressing the buttons on your keyboard or on your phone. It's easy. And remember that these packages that we're showing you here are all part of the larger 188 nights of Azamara Quest World Cruise in 2027, which is booking up very, very quickly for those who want to travel and really see everything. And next we're going to start where we ended our first, actually, and this is the 14th of April in 2027, and we're going to start your next 20-night adventure by flying to Seoul in South Korea, and we'll start there with a 2-night hotel stay, which is rather nice. It's nice seeing a capital, really, actually, isn't it? Because they are always the kind of the beating heart. They reflect every kind of facet of a country's culture, don't they?
They really do. And Seoul, we don't see this often on itineraries, and it's a bustling and exciting capital city, of course. You've got lots of typical tourist attractions, but lots of fun, unusual things as well. For example, the Koreans love their arcades. The Koin Noraebang is the place to go, apparently. Then it's time for us to cruise, and we are going to have a wonderful experience on board the Azamara Quest for 14 fabulous nights. Now, this, as we touched on before, you've got lots already packed into your cruise experience included. You know, you have got your tips, and of course your drinks, and all your fitness classes as well are included. You have the port shuttles. When you get into port, this is something that normally you'd have to pay for. This is all included for you. Concierge service. I mean, it just makes it so easy to plan your days in port. And of course, with cultural immersion and enrichment, makes it even easier to plan, doesn't it?
Yeah, and actually when it comes to planning, yes, you want to plan what you do in port and the excursions that you're going on, but whilst you're on board, actually you might just feel like, you know, you don't want to do any planning. They have wonderful open dining in the restaurant, so you kind of do it when it suits you. You've got different dining options on board. Even though it's a smaller ship, you've still got many and plenty different dining options. You've in terms of your entertainment as well, you've kind of got an enhanced offering as well. It's a little bit more low-key. They'll still do shows, they'll have live music and live entertainers, but it's a lot more intimate, which is really nice, because actually the guest artists that are on board, the kind of home team on board as well, you'll see them, you'll talk to them, you'll interact with them, which on larger cruise ships just doesn't happen. Yeah,
and think of a cabaret lounge in Vegas. It's that kind of style, which is very, like you said, very low-key and relaxed. The shows are still of a superb calibre, of course, and also the guest artists they bring on board are as well. It's just not as formal, shall we say. A lot of the time, people think when they go to a more luxurious offering, it's going to be more formal. It's the opposite with Azamara.
Yeah, and that's conscious. Yeah, it's conscious with them that actually they want you to have the greatest, most relaxed time and then come back for more in the future. So here's our 2-week cruise then, heading out of the port for Seoul.
Yes, we're into Yeosu, first of all, in South Korea, renowned for its breathtaking ocean views. You can see the cable car trip you can take there over the harbour. Gives you a wonderful viewpoint of this exciting and bustling port of call. Next up, we are into Busan, and we have an overnight on board here in Busan, South Korea. This is considered to be the summer capital of the country, so expect lots of lovely beaches and rocky shoreline, which are great for walking. If you want to experience the local culture, I'd recommend the Gamcheon Cultural Village. You can do a tour there, showing you how the locals live. Fukuoka's next in Japan. This is known for its incredible Tenjin underground shopping centre. They do love to shop in Japan. And of course, we're here at the time of the cherry blossoms too. So head out to some of the parks to see the bonsais and cherry blossoms. Next up, it's Kyushu in Japan, where you can see the Kokura Castle, which was built in the 16th century. So these castles are amazing. But you're seeing pictured there a lot of modern architecture as well, and Space World, super fun. We're into Hiroshima next on the itinerary for you. Now, if you want to learn about the history here, you can head to the Atomic Bomb Dome and the Hiroshima Peace and Memorial Museum, which is very beautiful. Lovely gardens surrounding that as well. And there is a cherry blossom forecast, by the way. Beppu's next. Now, many people don't realise that Japan is geothermal, so you can actually head to the hot springs in Beppu. They're known for them, the onsen baths, which are sulphur flats and lots of interesting thermal springs. We're into Koshi next, and you can see pictured there the beautiful castle, of course. The Makino Botanical Garden is also one to visit whilst you're there. Speak to the Azamara team about pre-booking your shore excursions if you're a bit of a planner and you like to get them organised before. An overnight on board next in Kobe. Of course, it wouldn't be experience in Kobe without having some of the famous beef. Of course, you've got to do that. You can actually do a tour which will take you to a restaurant to experience that with a chef as well. And again, the team on board can advise you accordingly to the experience you'd like. Shimizu is next on the itinerary, and this is where you can visit the imposing beautiful Mount Fuji, which is pretty incredible, and you can take an excursion which will take in the views of Mount Fuji and also the Sunpu Castle Park to see a little bit of everything. Now, we're disembarking in the port for Tokyo. We're going to have 2 nights here in a hotel stay with breakfast for you, so that's wonderful that you get to experience Tokyo. And of course, Tokyo has got so much to offer, old and new, modern and classic. You've got to head to the Shibuya crossing, which is where, you know, thousands of people at any one time could be crossing the street, see all the bright lights. But on the other side, the juxtaposes, of course, the incredible culture and temples that you want to see in Tokyo. Then we're going to fly you back to Oz after this incredible adventure, taking in some unique and off the beaten track ports as well.
And of course, every one of those ports that you're going into, you are there for longer as well, which is amazing. So this really is such an incredible adventure. You're discovering South Korea. You are heading into Japan as well. You might be a little bit shy past the cherry blossom season, although it varies from year to year. But remember, there's so much more that is in bloom there as well, which is, I mean, it's just amazing. Honestly, it's such an incredible place to be. This package is available with a deposit today, and the price tag, amazing. And this itinerary in particular, I think, is absolutely fascinating, because what I noticed here is we're visiting ports that very few cruise ships actually can. Remember, Azamara is smaller, so it can get into those lesser known ports, which are often fascinating, and you're not kind of, you know, waiting in the queue behind the rest of the tourists, which is great. Your Dreamaway package with us includes your flight from Sydney to Seoul in South Korea, 2 nights in a hotel there, which will be so fun. And then you've got 2 weeks of dreamy inclusive luxury cruising on the Azamara Quest on this wonderful sector of the world cruise, remember, exploring South Korea with your overnight in Busan. Then heading on to Japan with amazing ports there, and overnight stays in both Kobe and in Tokyo as well, where the cruise ends. And then you've got another 2 nights in a hotel before your flight back to the UK. Here's everything that's included. And while you cruise for those 2 weeks, you have select drinks included right the way through, literally from when you step on board to when you step off at the end. Your service charges are included, special as amazing events, which are brilliant, and celebrations on board. They are money cannot buy opportunities. The joy of traveling with fewer people on board, so there's no waiting to disembark and to explore when you go into the ports. You are, as I mentioned before, in there for longer, and there are shuttle services included to get you straight to the heart of the action. So it really is such a rounded holiday, honestly. And once you cruise once with Azamara, you'll be doing it again and again and again. And the great thing is they have a range of massively fascinating itineraries right the way around the world. So if you want to know more, call us right now, toll free, remember, 1300 411 954. These are holidays that you invest a few more dollars in, but actually it's about the quality. It really is about the quality of the holiday, and that's every aspect. That's not just about having nice knives and forks, but that's about really being able to explore those ports and coming back from those journeys and saying, actually, I really saw it. I didn't just nip in and say hi and then got back on and off we went. You really see these places.
Yeah, Absolutely. The Azamara difference. I mean, that's the great thing about it. Now, the Azamara Quest starts her full world cruise, remember, on the 5th of January in 2027, sailing for the best part of 200 nights.
Wow.
Ending in Copenhagen in Denmark, and bookings are open now for the full cruise. So talk to our team for more details. Now, our final world sector in the show takes in Thailand, Vietnam and Hong Kong. It's a stunning trip over 24 nights, starting on the 12th of March by flying to our favourite stopover city as we fly you over to fabulous Singapore to enjoy a 2-night hotel stay.
I just love it. I just love Singapore. Such an amazing charm. So much to do while you're there. I mean, every trip is an adventure. I don't think you can go too many times because, you know, there's always something different on offer as well. Amazing celebrations. And again, you can go right back in time to ancient temples.
Well, and you can go to the kampongs as well, which are traditional ways of living and just an example of the history of Singapore. If you've been before, why not explore just outside of the city? Then it's time to board the Azamara Quest again for 19 nights for your more inclusive cruising. And what an experience you will have heading off to the east and seeing some eastern wonders. Now, of course, when it comes to experiencing Azamara, it isn't just about, like we said, all the extra inclusions that you have on board. It's about voyaging, really. And, you know, whether you're just planning what you're going to be doing in the library, which is a nice relaxing thing to do, or just grabbing a book and sitting out on deck, or maybe participating in some fun deck games, you won't ever feel pressured to be anywhere or do anything when you're on Azamara. Even though you are looking at an elevated experience, it isn't going to be, okay, you've got to wear your monkey suit tonight and your sequins. You can wear whatever you like. There are optional formal evenings, but you will find it's much more low-key and relaxed than perhaps what you might expect when you're going onto, you know, a luxury experience such as this. And that's what I love about these ships, when you feel that actually no pressure at all, but I will get the quality and caliber that I could only ever dream of, really.
Yeah, someone once said to me that actually this kind of cruise is for people who don't have anything to prove.
Oh, yes.
You know, you've had a good life, you're having a good life, you know, and, you know, you want to treat yourself to that real quality holiday, something that's a little bit different. You've worked hard for it over the years and everything else, and you want something which really suits you. It's everyday people that are on board and fascinating people that you all meet on board. Bear in mind, this is part of the world cruise, so you will literally be meeting the four corners of the world while you're actually on board. It's going to be an incredible adventure, I think, for you. And again, it's the stories you come back with from a journey like this, because they are extra special and the memories are just that little bit brighter and bigger and more vibrant. So let's start our 19 nights out of Singapore to Thailand.
Yeah, a couple of days at sea sees us into fabulous Koh Samui in Thailand, one of the most gorgeous and well-known islands with incredible beaches, but also fantastic culture. Head on over to an elephant sanctuary while you're there. Then it's Bangkok. You have an overnight to enjoy in this bustling, exciting Thai capital. You've got to head out on a tuk-tuk if you can, especially at night. It's quite the experience. And they're known for the night market. The Chukatuk night market is a great one to visit, and you'll see all the street food as well, which is super fun. It's very immersive. Sihanoukville in Cambodia awaits us next, and this is, you know, for its lovely beaches and the nearby islands, which you might want to experience. Take a little ferry trip out to those, such as the Koh Rong and the Koh Rong San Luem, famous for their lovely beaches. An overnight in Ho Chi Minh next up, and again, a reference here of more time in port. You've actually got a double overnight, so 2 nights to experience what was once known as Saigon. So there's tons to see and do here, from war remnants, museums, through to the Independence Palace, and of course the surrounding Mekong Delta. Take a trip out there. Chiang Mai is next on the itinerary, which offers you lots of incredible things to see and do. The Thien Mu Pagoda, for example, is a popular destination amidst tourists, but if you want to get off the beaten track, speak to the team about that. Kai Lan, an overnight, again, an overnight to experience this incredible port of call. And Kai Lan really does give you an optimum opportunity to see the Halong Bay. They do night cruises there, which is why we're staying overnight, and it is a wonderful way to experience this part of the world. It's utterly stunning, and as you can see from the images, wow. Then we have an overnight on board in Hong Kong. And we had 2 nights in a hotel in Hong Kong as well to finish up our adventure. So finishing up with 3 nights total in gorgeous Hong Kong, where you can do a spot of shopping, and then we'll be flying you back to Australia.
Oh, do you know what? These 3 adventures we have in this show, it's so difficult to pick between them, isn't it? So difficult, because you may have already seen, you know, one of the others and gone, I really like that. I love the time of year, I love the location. And then another one comes along and you look at this and you go, I really like this as well. It is incredible. Remember, the great thing about what we're showing you in this show is that they're all world cruise sectors. So some of them can be joined together to make longer holidays. So if there's 1 or 2 that you really fancy on this, you can actually stitch them together, not a problem whatsoever. But this one, a journey of just incredible pace and exploration, so relaxed, so many luxurious touches to enjoy when you're on board as well. And let's make the CruiseAway difference for you in terms of the price tag. Again, we talk about spending a few more dollars on a holiday like this, but it's the quality of the holiday, it's the quality of the offering, it's how little you will be diving into your pocket to pay for anything. Because once you're on board, the best of everything is already there and already included, and we've taken care of so much on this. A deposit will secure your place on this today. Remember, you'll be enjoying drinks through your cruise, your service charges, longer stays in port, sailing with fewer passengers, less than 700 people on board, so you can get the best out of the destinations because you're there for longer. We include your flight from Sydney over to Singapore, 2 nights in a hotel there, and then 19 nights on Azamara Quest as part of her world cruise, Thailand, Vietnam and Hong Kong, with an overnight stay in both Bangkok and indeed in Halong Bay in Vietnam as well. And a 3-day stop in the port for Ho Chi Minh City too, ending with your overnight in Hong Kong, and then you can enjoy an included 2-night hotel stay there before your flight back home to Oz. It's amazing. Honestly, it is as amazing. It really is. Here's everything that's included. I love talking about holidays like this because they are the ultimate joy. Having been on one of these more luxurious trips before, I didn't think it was for me necessarily, and when then you step on board and you start living the life and you think, oh my word, I was made for this. I was made for this, because literally the day goes at your pace. You do want to get involved in everything? Great. You don't want to get involved in everything? Great. No problem whatsoever. Such a relaxed, there's never that feeling that everyone is in one place. There's no crowding, there's no waiting, there's attention to detail. There's the time to actually, you know, if you love to chat and meet new people, meeting the team on board these ships, in the coffee shop, in the lounge, at guest services, right the way around the ship. Because of course, remember the ratio of crew to passengers is so much higher as well, which means that 1, you're never queuing, and 2, they have the time as well. You don't feel like there's this kind of rush going on, like you're in the queue at Starbucks, like they want to just move on to the next one. You know, actually there is that time and there is that there is that pace. Other coffee shops are available, by the way. But you know what I mean, don't you? And that really adds to the quality of the holiday. And that's something we can't show you on a video or show you in a brochure.
Yeah.
It's living the life. You have to do it, don't you?
Yeah, it's incredibly different. If you've cruised before and you've been thinking, it's been at the back of your mind, oh, I'd love to try one of those elevated cruising experiences, one of those luxury smaller ships. Please just do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Everything you were saying there, I back it up so much, having experienced it myself. You never have to worry about anything. You just feel like you're so taken care of every step of the way.
Yeah.
And we can start the whole journey by taking care of the booking for you, so get in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, enjoy these adventures because we were only here once, so let's have a good time. We'll see you back here soon.
Bye for now.